Hello, my name is Ben Westerman from I See It Business Intelligence, and in this episode of our Focus On series, we're going to be talking all about alternate calendars, one of adaptive planning's most exciting new features. Alternate calendars will enable you to use roll-up time structures that differ from your primary calendar in Workday Adaptive Planning. This can be helpful in quite a few different scenarios. For example, you might be operating a sales-focused organisation and need to run reports using both a default calendar year and a financial year that has a different year end. Or perhaps you've just completed the acquisition of one or more businesses with different financial year ends and want to start forecasting and analysing without first going through the complex process of aligning your calendars. Before we get stuck in, let's take a quick look at the key features of alternate calendars. First, you can import up to 3 alternate calendars to your adaptive planning model. These are in addition to your primary calendar, meaning you can maintain 4 calendars in total. You'll also be able to quickly switch between calendars in all of your reports, dashboards, and sheets. We'll take a look at how this works in just a moment. You can also integrate your source ERP or CRM systems and load data using the alternate calendars as roll-ups rather than the default calendar. This is especially useful if you're onboarding a new business that has a new ERP system and you want to get stuck into your analysis without having to first map the data into your default calendar structure. And last but not least, you can even export your alternate calendars out of adaptive planning for use in other systems using the standard API. Now let's take a look at what alternate calendars actually look like in a typical adaptive planning model. Here in the time administration page, you can see that there is a brand new drop-down that allows me to select the calendar I'd like to review. I've uploaded 2 alternate calendars to this model, an alternate calendar month and an alternate calendar year, which means I have space for one more. As I switch between them, the strata roll-up at the bottom of the page updates to show me where the alternate calendar forks off from the default roll-up. For example, here it forks off at the month level. It's also important to note that my original calendar will become the default option on all reports, dashboards, and models once I've uploaded an alternate calendar. It's important to note that each alternate calendar must share a common leaf strata with your default calendar. In this case, the leaf strata is just the most detailed time period in your calendar. For example, if the most detailed period in your default calendar is week, then all of your alternate calendars must share that common week structure. Thereafter, each alternate calendar can fork off at different levels of my time structure. For example, here is the Excel extract of the alternate calendar structure I showed earlier. You can see that both the alternate calendar month and alternate calendar year calendars share the most detailed level of my structure, which is day. They then fork off at different stages. The alternate calendar month forks off at month and therefore has a different quarter and year roll-up, whereas alternate calendar year forks off at quarter and only has an alternate year when compared to my default calendar. One of the most useful functions of this new feature is that it allows you to toggle between calendars on reports, dashboards, and sheets at the click of a button. Here is an example of an HTML report in adaptive planning that shows our 3 calendars across the columns. You can see we're able to report on a variety of accounts, versions, levels, and metrics across all of our calendars simultaneously. In this dashboard view, we can see a finance top-line summary of our organisation. With the new alternate calendars, I can click the month drop-down on any visual I'd like and choose which calendar I want to use when displaying my data. Here, I can switch from the default monthly view to a quarterly view in one of my alternate calendars in just a couple of clicks. I could even duplicate this dashboard and create multiple versions of it that use each of my alternate calendars for the different subsidiaries within my organisation. Here you can see a standard P&L sheet within the same adaptive planning model. I can quickly open the display options and switch between my default calendar and any of my alternates using the brand new drop-down. That brings us to the end of this episode, so I hope you found it both informative and useful. If you'd like to learn more about alternate calendars or one of Adaptive Planning's many other exciting new features, then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media for more content just like this. Or you can reach out directly at iseeitbi.com. But I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.